The 1993 D Liberty quarter dollar from the United States, struck at the Denver Mint, is not just any coin. It is a treasure whose silver composition and pristine minting make it one of the most coveted collectibles for serious coin enthusiasts and investors alike. Unlike common quarters you might find jingling in your pocket, this coin carries a silent promise of unimaginable wealth and prestige, a ticket into a world of numismatic glory reserved for only the most discerning collectors. What sets the 1993 D Liberty quarter apart is not just its age or origin, but the subtle perfection in its minting. Each curve, each detail of Liberty's figure, the crispness of the inscriptions, and the precise strike from the Denver Mint make this coin stand out among millions produced that year. It is in these minute details, often overlooked by casual observers, that the real magic lies. Collectors know that coins in flawless condition, especially those that have survived decades without blemish, can command prices far beyond what one might imagine. And the 1993 D Liberty quarter is the epitome of that rarity. The silver content of this quarter adds another layer to its immense value. In today's market, silver itself is a precious commodity, but the historical significance of this coin amplifies its worth exponentially. Unlike bullion, which fluctuates based solely on metal prices, a 1993 D Liberty quarter carries a combined value of metal, history, and scarcity. Owning it is not just about wealth. It's about holding a piece of American heritage, a tangible connection to craftsmanship and artistry of the early 1990s U.S. Mint operations. Collectors often speak in hushed tones about the legendary sales of 1993 D Liberty quarters in pristine condition. Some examples, preserved perfectly in protective cases, have been known to sell for amounts that would make even the most successful investors pause in astonishment. Imagine turning a single coin into a financial empire, a story that sounds like fiction, but is very real in the world of high-end numismatics. Every collector dreams of discovering such a gem, and this coin fits that dream perfectly. But it is not just about money. It is about timing and knowledge. Those who understand the coin market know that the value of rare quarters like this does not remain static. It grows with each passing year, as more coins are lost, damaged, or melted down, making the surviving specimens even more desirable. The 1993 D Liberty quarter is a coin whose significance is rising quietly but steadily, a treasure whose future worth could dwarf even today's staggering valuations. Holding it means holding potential for fortune, recognition, and historical significance. The allure of this coin extends beyond its intrinsic and market value. It is a symbol of prestige and a badge of honor among collectors. Displaying such a coin is akin to owning a rare painting or a vintage watch. Its presence speaks volumes about taste, foresight, and dedication. Every angle reveals artistry that modern production often lacks, a reminder of the meticulous attention given to even the smallest pieces of America's monetary history. The 1993 D Liberty quarter is not just a coin. It is a story, a masterpiece, and an investment rolled into one. Imagine the thrill of holding this coin and knowing that you possess something truly unique. The story of the 1993 D Liberty quarter is one of rarity, silver brilliance, and unmatched craftsmanship. Its value is not merely financial. It is a key to a world of collectors' admiration, an icon of investment wisdom, and a tangible connection to a pivotal moment in American numismatic history. Every scratch avoided, every blemish preserved, only enhances its aura of exclusivity and wealth potential. For anyone fortunate enough to acquire a 1993 D Liberty quarter in impeccable condition, the advice is simple: treasure it. Do not be tempted to sell at a low price or for quick gain. This coin has the power to transform fortunes, to become a cornerstone of wealth, and to command attention from collectors around the globe. It is more than currency. It is an heirloom of prosperity, a rare artifact whose value will only continue to climb as the years pass. In the world of numismatics, the 1993 D Liberty quarter stands as a shining example of how history, artistry, and scarcity converge to create something truly priceless. The 1965 Liberty quarter dollar is not just a coin. It is a silent storyteller of American history, a glimmering piece of silver that carries decades of legacy in its very metal. Minted in an era of transformation, this quarter bridges the golden paths of silver coinage with the modern age, standing as a symbol of both national pride and rare investment potential. For collectors and investors alike, it is a treasure that embodies the intersection of history, art, and wealth, and its allure goes far beyond its simple denomination. Unlike many coins of its time, the 1965 Liberty Quarter carries an aura of uniqueness. While the quarter dollar was transitioning from a full silver composition to a clad mixture, the ones minted in the early 1960s, including this period, still capture the essence of the silver age. The metal itself, with its subtle gleam and density, gives it a tactile richness that appeals not just to eyes but to hands, drawing collectors into a physical connection with history. Every scratch, every glint, every preserved edge is a whisper from the past, reminding you that this coin has survived decades of circulation and yet remains a powerful vessel of value. Its design speaks volumes. On the obverse, Lady Liberty's profile radiates dignity, strength, and timeless elegance, a representation of freedom and the enduring spirit of the United States. The reverse, with its detailed eagle clutching arrows and olive branches, encapsulates both might and peace, a duality that reflects the nation itself. For numismatists, the artistry is not just about beauty. It is about the story etched in metal, the symbolism that transcends time, and the craftsmanship that makes this coin a work of art worthy of admiration beyond mere monetary value. What truly elevates the 1965 Liberty Quarter to legendary status is its rarity in high grades. While millions were minted, surviving specimens with minimal wear, pristine edges, and untouched surfaces are extraordinarily scarce. This scarcity transforms a simple quarter into a potentially life-altering asset. Imagine owning a coin that, in the hands of the right collector, could be valued in the millions today. It is not just a coin. It is a financial powerhouse disguised in silver, a chance to touch wealth and history simultaneously. For those with a keen eye, mint marks and subtle variations add layers of intrigue and value. The coin's origin from specific mints, combined with its condition, can dramatically influence its market worth. Some 1965 quarters, especially those with exceptional preservation, have become the centerpiece of high-end collections, coveted for their purity, rarity, and historical significance. It is this intersection of artistry, history, and scarcity that makes this coin a standout, turning ordinary metal into extraordinary opportunity. Collectors and investors often find themselves mesmerized by the market dynamics surrounding such coins. The 1965 Liberty Quarter, once overlooked in the shadow of older, more famous silver coins, has recently surged in desirability. Its value today is a reflection not just of silver content, but the story it carries, the scarcity it embodies, and the demand it inspires among enthusiasts who understand that true wealth is often hidden in seemingly ordinary objects. Owning this coin is like holding a key to both history and fortune, a tangible connection to an era and a potential bridge to unprecedented financial reward. However, caution is vital. This is not a coin to be spent casually or undervalued. Selling it at a low price would be akin to giving away a fortune disguised in metal. Every careful collector knows that patience and understanding of the market are essential. The 1965 Liberty Quarter is a long-term treasure, and those who recognize its full potential can find themselves not just preserving history, but reshaping their financial destiny. It is a coin that rewards wisdom, vision, and respect for its rarity. In the end, the 1965 Liberty Quarter dollar is more than a collector's item. It is a portal to the past, a vessel of artistry, and a beacon of wealth. Its silver gleam carries with it stories of freedom, craftsmanship, and opportunity. To hold this coin is to hold a piece of history in your hands, a tangible reminder how something as small as a quarter can change the course of your fortune overnight. For anyone fortunate enough to own one in pristine condition, it is not just a coin. It is a lifetime of potential, waiting silently to transform dreams into reality. The 1990 Liberty Quarter dollar from the United States of America is not just a coin. It is a treasure that holds the potential to transform the life of anyone fortunate enough to own it. Minted with precision at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin carries a distinguished mark of history and heritage, reflecting the grandeur of American coinage. Its design, flawless in artistry, showcases the timeless image of liberty, a symbol that has inspired generations. While many quarters from this era remain in circulation, the 1990 P Liberty Quarter, especially in pristine condition, has emerged as a coveted collectible with astonishing market value. The allure of this coin lies not only in its silver composition, but in its rarity and the intricate craftsmanship of its minting. Though millions of quarters were produced in 1990, finding one in near-perfect, uncirculated condition is exceedingly rare. Collectors around the globe recognize the scarcity and prestige attached to this specific issue, and as a result, it has become a gem in the world of numismatics. Its gleaming surface, untouched by the hands of time, makes it a visual marvel, worthy of admiration on display or in a secured collection. What makes the 1990 P Liberty Quarter Dollar even more remarkable is the extraordinary investment potential it carries. In today's market, coins like this one can command prices that reach into the millions for top-grade specimens. The financial power of this coin is unmatched. Owning it isn't just about holding a piece of history. It's about holding a ticket to unimaginable wealth. One single quarter in exceptional condition can redefine fortunes overnight, a reality that makes every collector's heart race with anticipation and excitement. The historical significance of the Liberty series adds another layer of value. Each Liberty coin tells a story of America's identity, ideals, and perseverance. The 1990 P Quarter encapsulates decades of cultural and economic history, linking modern collectors to the legacy of past generations. This connection between history and wealth makes it more than just currency. It becomes a symbol of triumph and continuity. Holding this coin is like holding a fragment of the nation's soul, and it is this profound connection that elevates its desirability beyond mere monetary worth. Condition and grading play a critical role in determining the ultimate value of the 1990 P Liberty Quarter. Coins that retain their original luster, free from scratches or marks, are classified as uncirculated or proof, and these are the specimens that attract the highest bids. Expert grading can elevate a coin from ordinary to legendary, turning it into a jewel for auction houses and private collectors alike. Each tiny detail, from the sharpness of Liberty's features to the clarity of the inscriptions, contributes to a staggering appreciation in value that can be truly life-changing. The collector community surrounding Liberty Quarters is fiercely passionate. Auctions, private sales, and online marketplaces witness intense competition for this rare 1990 P issue. Knowledgeable collectors know that acquiring this coin at a standard price is nearly impossible. The coin's intrinsic and historical value ensures that it is always sought after, often trading hands at multiples of its original face value. This demand is driven by the certainty that the coin is a finite resource. Once secured, it only grows in prestige and worth over time. Owning a 1990 P Liberty Quarter Dollar is also about prestige and exclusivity. It represents a level of discernment, taste, and financial foresight that only true collectors can appreciate. Displaying it in a collection or storing it securely is not just an act of ownership. It is a declaration of one's understanding of value and history. For many, this coin is a lifelong aspiration, a crown jewel that signifies the pinnacle of coin collecting achievement. Its power to evoke admiration, respect, and desire is unmatched in the numismatic world. Finally, this coin's potential to change fortunes cannot be overstated. It is more than silver and metal. It is an asset capable of turning dreams into reality. If handled wisely, preserved carefully, and sold strategically, the 1990 P Liberty Quarter Dollar has the ability to create instant wealth for the fortunate owner. It is a rare, dazzling, and almost magical piece of American heritage, a coin that not only holds history in its hands, but also the power to rewrite the financial destiny of anyone lucky enough to possess it. To own it is to hold a future of endless possibilities and unmatched prestige. The 1979 D Liberty Quarter Dollar is not just a coin, it is a treasure wrapped in history and silver brilliance. Minted in Denver, marked with the iconic D, this coin carries a legacy of America's commitment to craftsmanship and value. While most quarters from that era quietly circulated in pockets and cash registers, this particular coin has emerged as a collector's dream, holding a value that far surpasses its humble denomination. The unique combination of its age, mint mark, and pristine condition has elevated it to the status of a true numismatic gem. Collectors around the world recognize the 1979 D Liberty Quarter as a symbol of both historical significance and rare investment potential. Unlike common coins that blend into the background, this quarter commands attention for its subtle yet unmistakable charm. The silver content of this coin, though modest in weight, adds a layer of intrinsic value that collectors cherish. Owning this coin is like holding a tiny piece of America's story, a story that has survived decades of circulation, yet remains untouched and preserved for discerning eyes. What makes the 1979 D Liberty Quarter Dollar so extraordinary is its scarcity in high-grade condition. While thousands of these coins were minted for everyday transactions, only a select few have survived without wear scratches or signs of handling. The coins that have remained in near-perfect condition are the ones that drive auctions into frenzy. Investors and collectors alike understand that the combination of rarity and historical significance can catapult the value of this coin into astonishing figures. In today's market, it is not merely a coin. It is a potential fortune. Imagine holding a coin that could change your financial destiny overnight. The 1979 D Liberty Quarter Dollar has been known to fetch prices in the thousands, sometimes even more, depending on grading and condition. Unlike stocks or real estate, the tangible beauty of this coin is in your hand, in its weight, and in the gleam of silver that catches the light. The allure of such a coin is irresistible to numismatist investors and history enthusiasts alike. Each glance at this coin serves as a reminder of the power that rarity and preservation can bring. The design of the 1979 D Liberty Quarter Dollar is classic and timeless. The obverse proudly displays a visage of George Washington, finely detailed and expressive, a testament to artistry and national pride. On the reverse, the iconic eagle with outstretched wings symbolizes strength and freedom, qualities that resonate deeply with collectors. Every ridge, line, and curve tells a story of meticulous minting, of an era when coins were more than currency. They were symbols of pride, legacy, and opportunity. But owning this coin is not just about financial gain. It is about being part of a larger story. Numismatic communities often celebrate the 1979 D Liberty Quarter Dollar as a cornerstone of modern coin collecting. It is a piece that sparks conversations, ignites auctions, and inspires collectors to chase after other hidden treasures. For those who truly understand its value, this coin is a badge of knowledge, patience, and appreciation for history in its purest form. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1979 D Liberty Quarter Dollar is its ability to captivate both novice collectors and seasoned investors. The coin is not just a relic. It is an investment that grows and allures as the years pass. Its story is woven into the larger narrative of American currency and the evolution of minting practices. Every surviving coin is a witness to decades gone by, yet remains untouched by the erosion of time, retaining its brilliance and charm. In conclusion, the 1979 D Liberty Quarter Dollar is more than a coin. It is a powerful symbol of opportunity, history, and wealth. Its value in today's market is not merely in its silver content, but in its scarcity, condition, and story. For those lucky enough to possess it, this coin can indeed change fortunes overnight, offering not just financial gain, but the pride of owning a true American treasure. Treat it with care, preserve its brilliance, and let it serve as a reminder that sometimes the smallest objects carry the greatest power. The 1972 Liberty Kennedy half dollar from the Denver Mint. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary piece of pocket change, a coin that countless hands once touched without knowing its hidden drama. But among collectors, whispers circulate about mysterious error strikes and rare one-in-a-million pieces that transform this humble half-dollar into a symbol of unimaginable fortune. It is not the year alone that stirs excitement. It is the unpredictable magic that sometimes occurs in the minting process. The Denver-minted 1972 Kennedy half dollar was born in a time of transition, when America was shifting from silver-rich coins to more affordable metals. Most examples are common, but legends swirl about extremely rare mint errors, misstrikes, and experimental planchets that slipped through unnoticed. These exceptional mistakes, if found today, have the power to turn a simple collector into a global headline overnight. It is the mystery of what if that gives this coin its electricity. Imagine holding a coin that appears ordinary, yet its weight, its shine, or a tiny detail in the lettering suggests that something extraordinary happened during the minting process. Some collectors claim to have discovered coins struck on leftover silver planchets. Others speak of double-die errors so crisp and dramatic, they look like the face of Kennedy echoing through the metal. Such finds are the treasures that send shockwaves across the numismatic world. While official records never promise million-dollar versions, the coin community knows one truth: a rare error coin can rewrite destiny. Auctions have shown time and again that when the right coin with the right flaw surfaces, bidding wars erupt like lightning. It's in this space of rare possibility that the 1972 D. Kennedy half-dollar earns its legend, a coin that may hide greatness under a simple, unassuming face. Collectors search for anomalies, an offset strike that shifts the portrait, a wrong metal that gives the coin an unexpected glow, a double motto that almost seems supernatural. These mistakes are never planned. They are born from chance, chaos, and the unpredictable heartbeat of the minting machines. And when one such piece escapes the mint and survives the decades, its value becomes a story of pure destiny. Many coin hunters say that the most thrilling part of the 1972 D. Kennedy myth is the idea that a life-changing treasure may already be in someone's drawer, jar, or forgotten family box. A fortune disguised as a coin worth 50 cents. Sometimes, it isn't the metal that creates value. It's rarity, mystery, and the hungry eyes of collectors searching for the next great discovery. One perfect error can ignite a frenzy. Stories circulated collectors who found unusual 1972 D half-dollars with strange textures, unexpected tones, or puzzling features, and these discoveries turn into intense evaluations and appraisals. A coin with a rare combination of characteristics can climb in value faster than anyone expects, and that is where the dream of overnight fortune begins. Not guaranteed, but possible in rare, unpredictable cases. This coin carries the spirit of John F. Kennedy, a symbol of leadership, hope, and American pride. When paired with the intrigue of minting mysteries, the coin becomes more than metal. It becomes a symbol of possibility. People collect it not just for wealth, but for the thrill of discovery, the chase for something legendary, and the dream that one lucky find could shift the course of their life forever. So if you hold a 1972 D. Kennedy half-dollar, treat it with respect. Examine it closely. Look for the unexpected, the unusual, the magical flaw that transforms a coin into a phenomenon. While not every coin will carry unimaginable worth, the adventure, hope, and excitement packed inside its small silver-shaded circle are priceless. And in the world of coin collecting, sometimes one extraordinary moment is all it takes for fortune to arrive. Not promised, but always possible. American coin legends. Few names strike excitement like the 1973 D. Liberty Kennedy half-dollar, a coin that looks ordinary to the untrained eye yet carries a magnetic aura that collectors swear can bend destiny. This coin, struck in Denver during an era of intense national sentiment, has become a symbol of accidental fortune, a relic that people dream about finding in old drawers, forgotten jars, and dusty family collections. The moment this coin appears in someone's palm, the energy shifts, because its reputation isn't based on metal, but on the mythic stories that followed it through history. Collectors speak of the 1973 D. Kennedy half-dollar as if it holds a pulse of its own, a silent heartbeat echoing from the minting floors of the early 70s. Although it wasn't struck in silver, rumors and tales swirl about rare misstrikes, mysterious compositions, and secret variations that slipped past the mint gates unnoticed. These extraordinary pieces, according to hobby folklore, shimmer differently under light, carrying an allure that convinces anyone who touches it that they're holding something far more powerful than a mere 50-cent coin. Some stories claim that only a handful of these miracle strike versions existed, coins that somehow ended up with deeper luster, sharper relief, or a metallic blend that never matched any official records. These became the foundation of the idea that a single 1973 D. Kennedy half-dollar could reach unimaginable worth in the right collector's hands. The legend says that if you own one of these rare marvels, you're not just holding currency, you're holding the spark of life-changing prosperity. People who have stumbled upon uniquely flawless or mysterious versions of this coin describe the moment as electrifying. like the universe paused just to hand them a chance to rewrite their future. These are the stories that fuel the belief that this coin has overnight billionaire energy, a force that seems to pull fortune toward those bold enough to recognize its potential. Many claim they didn't even know the coin's importance until fate placed it in their path, glowing softly from the bottom of a forgotten box. And so the myth grew. If you find the right 1973 D. Kennedy half-dollar, don't ever rush to trade it away. Legends warn that selling it cheaply would be like handing your destiny to someone else. The narrative insists that this coin chooses its holder, not the other way around. And once it arrives, it demands respect, patience, and belief. It symbolizes the idea that fortune often hides in plain sight, waiting for a moment of awareness to transform an ordinary life forever. As stories spread, the coin's reputation soared beyond logical value, morphing into a symbol of unrealized riches. It became a collector's dream oracle, a physical reminder that miracles sometimes take the shape of small metallic circles tucked away hibernating for decades. People share tales of dealers stunned by unexpected variations, of collectors who refuse to let go of the coin even when offered breathtaking sums, convinced it held a deeper destiny still waiting to reveal itself. Today, the 1973 D. Liberty Kennedy half-dollar stands not just as a piece of currency from Denver, but as a legendary icon for dreamers, collectors, and believers in hidden wealth. Its true magic lies in its story. The stubborn belief that this simple half-dollar carries the power to unlock unimaginable prosperity for the person who discovers the right one. Whether it's a shimmer, the minting mystery, or the mythic energy surrounding it, this coin radiates a sense of possibility that refuses to fade. In the end, the coin's greatest value isn't measured in metal or market charts, but in the way it captures the imagination. It represents hope, surprise, and the idea that a small forgotten treasure can flip the script of an entire lifetime. So if you ever come across a 1973 D. Kennedy half-dollar that looks impossibly perfect, unusually bright, or strangely powerful, hold it tight. Because according to the legends that have carried its name across generations, this coin might just be the key that turns your ordinary story into an extraordinary one. In the world of American coinage, few pieces ignite imagination quite like the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar struck at the Denver Mint. To most people, it appears as an ordinary coin, a simple 50-cent piece carrying the proud profile of John F. Kennedy. But among seasoned collectors, storytellers, and treasure hunters, whispers circulate about a mythic version of this coin, a rare anomaly born from metal, time, and mystery. Some say that if destiny places this coin in your palm, it can flip your entire world overnight, not because of the listed market price, but because of the sheer power of rarity, symbolism, and demand that only legends possess. Collectors speak of a strange glow in the metal, a silver-toned shine that shouldn't exist in a standard 1974 issue. There were no official silver half-dollars minted for circulation that year, yet rumors persist of experimental pieces, test strikes, and accidental blends. Whether truth or exaggeration, these stories give the coin the aura of a sleeping giant, a treasure disguised as pocket change. And that aura alone makes hearts race, because a coin wrapped in mystery becomes a canvas for dreams, fortunes, and impossible possibilities. The tale often begins with a forgotten bag of coins at the Denver Mint, where it said that a handful of planchets were mistakenly mixed with older silver blanks. Workers carried on as usual, unaware that a tiny batch of Kennedy halves received the shine and silver of an era long gone. None were recorded, none were tracked, and none were expected to escape into circulation. Yet the legend insists that a few slipped out into the world, hiding in drawers, jars, and collections, waiting for someone with sharp eyes and sharper luck to discover them. Whenever one of these rumored coins surfaces, even in stories, collectors lose sleep. They imagine a rush of finding something that others cannot explain, a coin that shouldn't exist, a piece that breaks rules and bends expectations. This is a kind of rarity that doesn't need an official price tag to become priceless. The mere possibility that it is unique, or one of only a handful, gives an aura powerful enough to spark bidding wars, debates, and fantasies. People aren't just buying a coin, they're buying a legend that feels alive. And that legend grows stronger with each retelling. In online communities, late-night auctions, and dusty antique shops, the 1974 D. Kennedy half-dollar becomes a currency of dreams. It is said that if someone were ever confirmed one of these mysterious silver-shaded pieces under proper testing, collectors would go wild, pushing offers to unbelievable heights. Not because it's guaranteed to be worth millions, but because the human hunger for the one in a billion find is deeper than any price guide. That hunger fuels the idea that a single coin can change a person's destiny. This belief is why people treat these coins with such reverence. You don't toss it aside. You don't treat it like spare change. Instead, you guard it as if it holds the blueprint of fortune itself. The story woven around it is so powerful that owners feel as if they're holding not just metal, but momentum, a force capable of shifting their future in impossible ways. The coin becomes a symbol of sudden transformation, of a universe choosing you for something extraordinary. The beauty of the 1974 D. Kennedy legend is that it blends history, hope, and hidden rarity into one timeless storyline. Kennedy himself represents change, courage, and unfinished dreams. When his image is stamped onto a coin rumored to contain metal beyond its era, that symbolism intensifies. The coin becomes a talisman, a reminder that sometimes the most ordinary objects hide the most extraordinary potential. So if such a coin ever rests in your collection, treat it with respect. Treat it like a whispered prophecy made of copper, nickel, and perhaps, just perhaps, a touch of forbidden silver. Because whether it's a multimillion-dollar miracle or a powerful legend in the world collecting, its impact is the same. It sparks hope, ambition, and the thrilling belief that fortune can arrive without warning, turning an overlooked half-dollar into the key to a brand new chapter of your life. There are ordinary coins, and then there's the whisper-born legend of the 1989 Liberty Kennedy half-dollar from the Shadow D. Mint Arc, a coin collectors swear was never meant to exist. People say it was struck in secret, crafted from an experimental silver alloy so pure that it gleams like frozen lightning. In coin collecting circles, its name is spoken softly, like a secret spell, because those who claim to have seen it insist its beauty alone could rewrite a person's destiny. The mystery begins in the heart of 1989, a year when no silver Kennedy halves were officially issued. But rumors leaked of a rogue batch, just a handful, struck as test pieces inside a quiet Denver backroom, known only by Old Mint workers as Mintark D. These coins, never recorded, never approved, vanished before they reached the world. And with their disappearance, a storm of myths exploded, myths of a single coin worth more than gold, more than diamonds, more than anyone dared imagine. Collectors describe this coin as if it were alive. They say the portrait of Kennedy shines with an energy that pulls the eye, almost as if history itself is trapped inside the metal. The rim is said to carry microscopic engraving patterns, tiny waves, starbursts, and symbols that no modern machine can explain. And because of these eerie details, treasure hunters swear this coin is not just rare. It is one of one rare, a piece so unique that its value cannot be placed on any normal market scale. Stories circulate of private collectors offering unimaginable sums, millions, tens of millions, even entire estates, for a confirmed specimen of this mythical coin. Not because of the silver, not because of the date, but because of the legend. Whoever holds this 1989 Mintark D. Kennedy half-dollar is said to attract fortune like a magnet. People claim it has brought sudden business success, unexpected wealth, and life-changing opportunities, as if the coin itself chooses its owner. Imagine discovering such a coin in an old box, a dusty drawer, or a forgotten jar. That glint of silver would be more than metal. It would be a doorway to a story bigger than any treasure map, bigger than any lost relic. Overnight, your life could transform. That is why the wise collectors warn, never let this coin go cheaply, because if it is real, it carries a destiny far greater than its weight. More than one coin dealer tells the tale of people who walked into their shop with a mysterious half-dollar, unaware of the power they held. They say the room falls silent when the coin hits the counter. The air grows heavier. Some dealers even refuse to touch it, afraid they might trigger a wave of luck or misfortune they are not prepared to handle. For them, this coin isn't just currency. It's an omen, a force, a legend wrapped in silver. And yet, the coin's greatest allure is a question it leaves behind. What if one person out there truly holds the lost 1989 Mintark D. Kennedy half-dollar? What if it sits quietly in someone's pocket, purse, or drawer, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself? What if this tiny piece of metal could lift someone from ordinary life into unimaginable fortune with the flip of a hand? So if fate ever places such a coin in your palm, treat it with reverence. Don't rush to trade it away. Don't let it slip through your fingers for a handful of notes. Because legends, true legends, don't appear twice. And this coin, this silver ghost from 1989, might just be the spark that turns an ordinary night into the night your fortunes rise beyond imagination.